Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Exchange. I'm your host, Geraldine Maxwell, along with Tricia Thornton.
Our first story today was supposed to focus on graduating students at the Art Institute of Charlotte. However, it has changed to a story on an intense search for a fellow classmate named Jorge Medrano, who has gone missing for the past 48 hours.
Have you seen George?
Usually George is following me or any other individuals that I know, and he's not back there. He's usually back there, like stepping on my heels, so I'm not really sure where he is. I'm really concerned. He's usually here every day, just kind of following people and asking questions and talking about Marvel, and I haven't heard that conversation going on in the hallways, nor have I heard the pitter-patter of his little feet. Don't know where he is. And he's cut his beard, so he's quite noticeable. No one's seen him.
Hey, Mr. Soderbergh. Have you seen George?
Just giant snake.
Check the trash can. Is he in the trash can?
No, I don't see him.
George! He's so small, he could. Yeah, so I'm really
never
concerned.
not here.
I'm really concerned.
Have you seen George?
No clue where he is.
No clue?
No.
Not at all?
No. Looking around.
Damn.
Look in the library.
Library?
Yeah.
All right, we're at the library. Hey, have you seen Jorge? No?
Surprisingly, I have it today.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. We have no clue where he is, and we're all worried. What about you? Have you seen Jorge?
I think I saw ghosts of him.
A ghost?
A ghost of him earlier.
Yeah, this ghost isn't gonna help us at all.
Hey, we normally keep a Jorge
Is that
count.
handheld
He hasn't
camera?
come in yet, so.
If anyone knows anything concerning the disappearance of Jorge Medrano, please call 704-999-1234. On a more positive note, I would like to congratulate all the 2014 Art Institute graduates.
Summer fun is here again. Temperatures are rising and people are out beating the heat at various local swimming pools. People of all ages are taking a break from the heat and enjoy some quality family time as well. Sure looks like all those people had much fun splashing around in the water.
Students here at the Art Institute have a new camera available for their student productions. The camera, however, is a bit complex and requires a class with a test before you can check it out. All students at the Art Institute have been waiting a long time for upgraded equipment. The addition of a Blackmagic camera will allow students to create even better student product work and showcase the quality education students receive at the school.
I probably won't use the Blackmagic because it's so much stuff you gotta do just to edit. So, I mean, I would use it for my thesis probably, but for right now, I stick to a 70D. I know the thesis students can use it, but then what about the associate students who don't take those classes? Then they can never use the camera. So I think they should do what Nell talked about, the Saturday session, to where you come, if you're serious about your education, you want to use your camera, you come and use this camera. You should take the test, go through the course, the session, because me personally, I don't know how to use the Blackmagic, so I wouldn't check it out and try to figure it out on my own. And if I went through the course and they showed us how to use the camera and they taught us how to do everything, what to do, okay, cool, I get the Blackmagic and I use it. But right now, I don't have any interest because I don't know how to use it.
I'm excited in a way, I'm not overly glad that I have a Blackmagic that I can check out because there's a lot that you have to do in order to use the camera. Even just to get the footage off, you have to have a separate device. So, I mean, it's just like having a 5D or, T2i. I think it's a good opportunity for some of the students to use Blackmagic camera. There are a lot of students here that don't really get why they're here or know why they're
What's
here.
SOT?
So I think
What
for
is
the reason that you have to
SOT?
take a test and you have to also have to do a practical of using the camera, that would weed out the people that don't have that interest in what they're doing. So it would kind of save us the stress and the worry of potentially losing the camera. Probably not until my thesis. The film that I'm shooting this weekend, that's only a test run for us just to see how it really runs. on a production set, but I'll probably stick to a 5D Mark III.
Now it's time for us to take a quick commercial break. We'll get right back to you with sports.
Welcome back. Covering our sports story today is JJ, Devin, and David. Take it away, guys.
I'm JJ Nelson.
I'm Devin McClain.
And I'm David Smith.
And today we're going to be talking about Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So who you have for tonight's game?
Ah, man, well, I have to definitely say the heat is on, man. LeBron and those boys are looking good this year, man. Time to kick back and kick some Spurs out the game, you know?
No, I think the Spurs are going to do it. I think Coach Pop did a wonderful job of adding to the bench and developing quite a bit of depth just for this moment. Danny Green's going to go 3 crazy, I'm sure.
I believe it's going to be a good series, but I believe the Spurs might pull it off too.
All right, 2 against the Heat.
It's nice to have you on my team.
2 against 1.
Nice to
We
have
shall
you on
see,
my
we
team
shall
for
see.
once.
But I really believe LeBron and those Heat are really going to take it all the way, man. I mean, they're looking really good out there, and the Spurs are looking quite all right themselves, but, man, there's nothing like that Heat.
They're going to shut LeBron down. It's going to have to be Bosh for 3 all night. We'll see if he can stay consistent, and I doubt it.
Maybe not.
I doubt
Well,
it.
man, it's a good game to see, man. I'm excited about it. Y'all excited?
Oh, yeah,
Sure
most
the fans
definitely.
are excited,
Most
man.
definitely.
Of course, I'm not excited. The team ain't make it. But
Well, we like that
anyways,
sometimes.
So there was rumors going around the other day about LeBron being one of the best small forwards of all time. Do you believe that's right over Larry Bird?
No, I don't believe that's right. As far as his aggressiveness and just the way he's become this powerhouse, seeing him from his high school team to his growth and the evolution of LeBron James. I mean, I will say he's become quite the player that's expected of him. But I will say Larry Bird, the greats, those were different times, different areas. The rules was different.
Right.
Nowadays, on the game, on the court, the celebrity is praised, like, favored by the refs, favored by the, that's the day and time we live in. Larry Bird, in his days, you roll the ball out there and you play ball. And that's how they really did it. But nowadays, the rules are a little bit different. So I wouldn't say the best of all time, but in that category, he is in the top 10. I would say that.
And more games are played too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I personally witnessed Larry Bird hit the 3 turnaround, left-handed or right-handed.
So
it's kind of ridiculous.
BC?
No, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm 43 years old, so I seen those games. I was a kid, but I seen them.
That's
To be able to hit those shots, especially a 3, left-handed or right-handed, guarded.
It must be great.
I mean, my
witness
goodness.
history, man.
Yeah.
Some of the
That was
greats.
definitely
That's definitely
You
gotta
know,
feel good to witness that.
So, basketball certainly was different back then. If we didn't see any blood,
Yeah, so
you
it
know,
wasn't a
they
game,
let
it
them
wasn't-
play.
Yeah, they let
Yeah.
them play. Yeah, and that's
So do you believe a lot of those players from back then can actually come and play in the league today, or no?
Well, of course, they're too old now.
Well,
but
like
if
saying
you,
that they was at their prime.
oh yes, I think it would be better for basketball actually, because a big man was a big man back then. We don't have all these somewhat tall men that are just not strong. You don't have a Pau Gasol. They weren't soft at all. So
I definitely agree, man. And I mean, hey, Spurs against Heat. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll be all for tonight. I'm Devin McClain.
I'm JJ Nelson.
and I'm David Smith.
Trish, take it away.
Thank you, guys. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have our interview.
Welcome back. I'm here with Chase Hildenbrand to talk about the new movie, Maleficent.
It's good to be here.
So give me your quick thoughts on the movie.
I went in not really caring to see it. My wife wanted to see it. I dragged her to Godzilla and X-Men, so she dragged me to Maleficent. So I wasn't expecting too much. There were certain parts to it that I thought were pretty well done, like the darker stuff. And then at times it would get a little fairy tale-y with the creatures. And I'm just thinking, yeah, Disney, you're trying to make this serious, so don't include these little elf-like, silly-looking creatures. Let's either go serious and make it serious, or just make it a musical like the original.
But how would you compare it to Sleeping Beauty?
Sleeping Beauty was a lot more childish because, it was one of Disney's earliest cartoons, you know, with the singing birds, and it was basically more of a musical than this one was. This one didn't have any singing at all. But they made quite a few changes without trying to spoil it for anybody. They made the whole love kiss thing a lot different than it happened in the movie, where the prince woke her up and everything. They made it a lot different, how it happens, how she wakes up, and Maleficent.
What do you think about Angelina Jolie's performance?
She really nailed it, I thought. You know, she made it really dark. When she was evil, she was really evil, and she had a really good maniacal laugh, evil villain laugh. And then when she was good at the beginning and everything, she could sell being good with the hint of darkness that was behind her that would eventually grow as the movie went on. So she really made that transition from the good fairy to the evil fairy pretty smooth.
Okay. All right. So did the movie meet your expectation?
I would say right on the expectation, because I wasn't expecting much, and a few parts wowed me, but not very many parts. So I would give it a solid 6.5 out of 10.
Well, that's all for now. We'll see you on the exchange next week.